My name is Luca Roz. I work at Istituto Nazionale dei Tumori in Milan, one of the institutions that belong to Cancer Core Europe. Here I'm a translational scientist. I work on lung cancer. My interest is on several topics in lung cancer. We are mainly interested in lung cancer metastases and studying the biology and in particular the interactions between lung cancer and its microenvironment. So the cells within the tumor microenvironment that also help cancer cells to be aggressive. So we study lung cancer fibroblasts and also immune cells that interact with cancer cells. But my role in Cancer Core Europe is mainly in the Education and Training Task Force, where I act as the vice chair. So I've been involved since the beginning of my role in Cancer Core Europe in the education. And this is also linked to the fact that here at INT, I lead the PhD program that we have in collaboration with the UK university, the Open University. And so I've always had a very strong interest in training and education. The main aims of the Education and Training Task Force are to disseminate the knowledge both within Cancer Core Europe and outside of Cancer Core Europe, and to train a new generation of translational cancer scientists. The programs that we have running since a few years to meet these targets are mainly two big educational programs, which are the TriTrack program, a training program for young scientists, where different scientists from different backgrounds belonging to the institutions of Cancer Core Europe periodically meet at one of the different centers to learn what the different activities are in the different centers, share their knowledge and their activities and their project, and also interact within each other in a very interdisciplinary background and ways, and also get some training on how to develop independent careers. Because as I said, one of the aims of the education pillar and the education training force is to help in developing new careers. And so also transversal skills such as how to deal with a new lab, how to organize collaborations, how to lead a new group of people are fundamental for younger scientists getting into this role. And so we try to provide advice and training also along those lines. So the TriTrack program is, let's say, a very advanced program for younger scientists making the transition from postdocs to junior PIs. But we also have a very good program to disseminate the knowledge of Cancer Core Europe outside of Cancer Core Europe, and that's the summer school. Summer school is running in the past few years, it's been running in Portugal in October, over a few days, where a selected group of participants gets lots of seminars and training, but in particular the possibility to interact with speakers in an informal way during a few days where everyone is in the same location, also with some social program that helps with that. And that fosters the dissemination of cutting-edge knowledge in the different branches of cancer research, ranging from AIs, oncology, medical oncology, new design for clinical trials in order to cover all the different activities that are going on in the different centers. And also to do that in a way where younger scientists would feel comfortable in asking more questions and interacting with more experienced colleagues. Along with the TriTrack and the summer school activities, we also have a running program of lectures, CCE lectures, which run every month. Again, each month from a different center, a renowned speaker from one of the centers is giving an online seminar, which is now open also to external audiences to discuss findings in very different topics in cancer research. aligning with the overall objective of Cancer Core Europe. And we also, as the Education and Training Task Force, reason on which kind of workshops would be helpful for the different scientists and clinicians working in the centers. And we try to organize those together with the other task forces. And so we have had in the past workshops on redefining the RECIS or describing the RECIS criteria, organizing by the imaging task force, and other workshops are actually, we are actually thinking about other possible workshops to organize. Overall, we are working together very, very well in the Education and Training Task Force, in particular the tri-track rotation. We already completed one, so the first group of tri-trackers has already finished their training, establishing very new good collaboration among themselves and with other members of the different institutions. So there was like a big success, and the new cohort is now doing the different rotation. They've already been in Karolinska Institute and in the KFZ, and in the next rotation, they will be hosted here in Milan. And so we are very happy that we are going to have here the members of the tri-track and organize for them 3 days of intensive workshops and visit to our institution. Education and Training Task Force, well, of course, we really believe in the value of educating the next generation of scientists. This is a very important and general theme. Science can only progress if the knowledge of the previous generation is passed to the younger generation in a way that stimulates them, and so they can build on what others have done before them. That's how science works, and we really believe in that. And also showing motivation, passion is very, very important. So fostering these kind of activities where younger scientists can meet with other scientists also from different disciplines. Science has become a lot more interdisciplinary right now. And so people from very different backgrounds are now participating also in what once was just biology for cancer. Now we have people with degrees in physics, in mechanics, engineers, and they all, well, bioinformaticians, statistics, they all have to work together. And these activities, such as the summer school or even the tri-track program, which enrolls people from very different backgrounds, are important to put all of them together so that they can learn to speak the same language, which is the language of science. And that's the true value of educating the new generation of scientists in our view. That's why for the future we are still really believing that education must be one of the pillars of Cancer Core Europe and all activities that really want to push research against cancer forward. And so we are keeping up with all the activities we are doing. And if we want to implement new things, we are really looking at maybe doing more about dissemination, and so producing educational videos and having more people, more younger people, getting close to cancer research, showing what cancer research is today, also for the general population, to make everyone understand the great efforts that are behind the discoveries, which are very rarely made by one single person, but they tend to be team efforts. And that's why working all together like we do in Cancer Core Europe and training the new scientists as we do for the Education and Training Task Force is fundamental to advance our field.